Hi everyone! So today I wanted to talk to you about the Urban Decay Primer Potions in the shades Eden and Original. So here I have the full size of Eden and I have the like the sample size or the deluxe sample size of the Original. So they're the same thing, it's just one of them is the smaller size and the other one is the full size that you buy in the store. So I wanted to do a review comparing these and on both of them, and I also wanted to talk to you about the new packaging versus the old packaging. So many of you who have been into makeup for a while probably know that Urban Decay in the past year or two switched from a packaging like this with a little screw top and a doe foot applicator to a packaging like this with a screw top and then a squeeze tube like this. So first of all, I really like the new packaging a lot better than the old packaging, because the old packaging with the doe foot applicator I think was very unsanitary to use. I mean, these things lasted a really long time. I had a full size of this one. This is the travel size of the old one. It was the only one I still had left of the old packaging, but I had a full size of this that lasted like over a year. And so if you imagine 365 days, if you use this every day like I did, touching this to your skin, possibly picking up bacteria or anything that might be on your skin and then putting it back into the formula, it's kind of gross when you think about it. So the new packaging is just so much more sanitary and it's really easy to use. You just squeeze out a little bit as much as you want and the rest of it stays nice and clean, and I haven't had any problems with the new packaging. Another reason why I wanted to bring up the old and new packaging is that I noticed that my old version of the shade Original with the doe foot applicator, it seemed to be a lot thinner than the new one. So I actually swatched for you. Original is supposed to be kind of a just a clear shade that anybody can use, and I swatched it for you here on this piece of paper so that you can see. Once you blend it out, it's basically clear. This color that you see on the paper, it really would not show up. So this is Original right here, and this is actually Eden. So Eden, I think, would work just fine for probably light to medium skin tones. Fair, the fairest of the fair, it might show up a little like kind of dark on your eye and you may not like that. But and then deeper skin tones, they have other shades that are deeper, better suited for those. But the only ones that I've tried because of my skin tone that work for me are these two shades. So going back to Original, the old formula and the new formula, I think the new formula, when you see it here and it comes out of the tube, it rubs in clear, but it looks like a lot more pigmented than it used to look. And I'm telling you, I think it's thicker. I mean, I could be crazy here, but it looked, I think it used to be thinner. And somebody from Urban Decay could contact me or let me know if there really was no formula change. But to me, I had one that had the doe foot applicator and I used it for a long time, and it just seemed like it was a lot thinner of a formula than this. However, the new one of Original, it glides on incredibly smoothly, and you can't see, once you rub it into your skin, it's just a very, very, very smooth. It almost feels like a primer. I mean, a face primer. I mean, it is a primer obviously for your eyelid, but usually the eyelid primers, they feel more sticky or you can't feel them at all. This actually feels like it almost has like that silicone kind of slick feeling to it. And so it just goes on very, very, very smooth. And the silicone feeling, it's not a lot, but it's a little bit. It's very smooth. And so that's what the new formula I think feels like. The old one, it would go on my eye and then I just couldn't detect it at all. Like, it didn't feel like a thick formula. It was just on there. And so Eden, though, I have had this one and used it for a long time, and I seem to think that this formula is exactly the same. I mean, it seems to me to be exactly the same as what it used to be. And so Eden, when it goes on, it seems to go on a little bit more sticky, a little tacky almost. Once it sits on your skin for a couple of seconds, it seems to be a little bit more tacky where it grabs onto shadows. So if you're trying to get tons of pigmentation out of your shadow, Eden, the darker shade, is a really, or the one with, I guess, color to it, it's a really great way to go if you're trying to grab onto pigment and have it just show up really intense because of the stickiness factor. And I would say Original, your shadows will go on a little bit more pigmented just because you have a primer on, but it doesn't seem to grab the shadow the same way. And like I said, it almost is a little bit slick, so I think it makes blending your shadows a lot easier. If I use Eden with like a matte shadow, especially a darker one, when I place the pigment, it just like stays there, like stuck and grabbed onto. And so it's really hard to blend it out, or impossible to blend it out. So if I'm gonna do like a matte look, I kind of stay away from Eden. But Original is a lot more useful, I think, if you're going to try to blend out a hard to blend eyeshadow for some reason. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the two Urban Decay primer potions in Original and Eden. I hope that you found this review helpful, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!